Yes, sir.
Good.
Luck of the draw.
Yeah.
I like that. I think it's good to meet people different from you.
So my dad.
Oh, yesterday. I was working out. I was trying to Kevin James across the water.
Oh, did they really?
I
I had one of my best friends from high school that went to Geneseo with me. And I saw him like once or twice the first couple of days. And then I literally didn't see him again for the rest of the year. He lived in a campus on what they call the South Side. And I was on main campus. And we had different friend groups. We both had great experience. But I thought we were all together when we went home. You know, that kind of a deal. That was good.
I'm sure you have connections up there, but if you need something while you're at Canada, she'll let me know. I know that one of the vice presidents is a friend of mine.
See you now.
That's right. She used to work there. Yep.
Corn's popping up on my house.
Make sure you get a good door.
Yeah. The defender's job is right on. And I'm a staff person who works with the job. If you ever stuck for something, let Hannah know, I'll reach out.
Always that's great. It's good to have that. You know, you probably won't need it, but it's nice to have it.
And I've told the ensign girls to say good for farm.
Are both of them going there? Hi, Eddie.
Hannah's, it came down to SU or at borderline a month and a half.
I was very shocked when she did it. I really thought she was going to go to this.
I think it had everything to do with she wants to throw. She's good, she's not even one good. And so she's going to go throw it. I think that's really what we're having.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll love it.
She's so looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just found out her dorm and roommate is great.
No. Not right away.
She likes the fact that she's the closest dorm she can be to the place she spent the most time, their A&E center.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on morning workouts.
Perfect.
Every morning at 7, she does it. It's across the parking lot.
Very good.
Chris, thanks for giving that one a ride today.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's a nice billfold you have there, Eddie. My mother used to use that. Grab my billfold.
Can I tell you? So the last book, carry receipts. I don't have the Amazon account. The last one, it's very similar to this. But it also has a little strap.
Oh, see.
It's like, no, this is that. That's the first. I used it for like 2 years. You can't this one at least it doesn't have that whole.
Yeah. When you first look at it, it kind of looks like flowers, but now that I see it, it's kind of it's like a rustic scene. Yeah. Kevin, did you see what Janine Giordano gave me? Yeah. She's been weeding out her room now that she's retiring, and she came across it.
It looks like this is the original one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she wanted you to have it. Yeah. Thought you'd get a kick out of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've got 6:30, so I'm going to call us to order. And with that, I will receive a motion to move to executive session to discuss the employment of a particular person or persons. All those in favor?
Aye. Yes. I was surprised a little better.
I don't hear anything she said. My hearing on my left ear is not great. I always keep her on my left.
Stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
With that, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the 6/10/25 regular board meeting.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? That easy. Okay. All right, and I do actually have some comments tonight. The first one that I would like to share is all year we've had the pleasure and joy of having Christopher Boylan sit with us as a student board member, part of our initiative 2 years ago now, to add a student board member. And so, Christopher, it's been fantastic to have you with us, and you've been faithful to the work and studying the work and here with us, and helped us gain some insight at different times, and it's greatly appreciated. So on behalf of the board, thank you for your service in this way. And as is practice, if you're a student, you're at the board, you get a certificate. So.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. It's been a pleasure to be on the board with you, provide insight, and this is a great position, and I hope that it continues to be one made available to the students.
Jeff, do you want to talk a little bit about where you and Mr. Van Etten are with the
Yeah, we have
process?
applications out. Students can pick one up in the counseling office and in my office. I'm hoping we'll have a great cadre of a tough decision to make is what we're hoping, and I'm sure we will. So applications are out.
Excellent.
The only other piece I wanted to do is just use the opportunity to have the platform to say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to serve our community and to serve the board the last 2 years as the board president. It's been a wonderful learning experience with some challenges and with some really exciting times, but thank you so much for the opportunity again to serve our community and to serve you as a board in the role of president the last 2 years. So thanks.
Thank you. And that flows nicely into to my portion of the evening. Last meeting, you remember, we recognized some of our retirees and thanked them for their years of service. I was much more eloquent, I think, 2 weeks ago than I'll be tonight, but Eddie wasn't here. Eddie, as you folks know, has served on the board, both as a board member and now as the vice president. And it goes without saying that your calm demeanor, your thoughtful process in getting to decisions rubs off on the rest of us. And so we really appreciate it, Eddie, and hope that you'll consider coming back to us sometime.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's what I have.
All right. So with that, we'll move to our new business. And with that, a motion to approve the warrants, claims, or warrant reports and claims auditors reports.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? Just pick it, Kelly.
Yeah.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the treasurer's report.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Of course, you had there for information, a investment summary and a budget status report, revenue status report. We do not need to take action on. Then we will move to a motion to approve the reports from the Committee on Preschool Special Education.
Second.
Questions or comments for Mr. Moore? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the reports from the Committee on Special Education.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? How does it compare to previous years in terms of volume?
Excellent question.
I would say in general, pretty even across what we knew was already within the district. I would say that transfers was the highest that we've ever had.
Okay.
So
Great.
preschool's been staying pretty steady. General percentage of identification or classification within district pretty steady. It was a heavy year of the transfer.
I had to come up with a question.
I appreciate it.
Additional questions or comments?
I got a comment. You can thank your team for all the work you guys do for the kids. It does truly make a difference, and it's reflected across the district in how we make sure that we meet the needs of all kids. So you can thank your team for that. Everyone involved.
I will, thank you.
Any additional comments, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to accept the donation in the amount of $120 from the Haynes Farm.
So moved.
Second. Questions or comments? Thank you.
Thank you.
All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the FFA students traveling to Indianapolis, Indiana from October 27th to November 1st to compete in the New York State FFA convention.
Second.
Anybody, I was gonna say, anybody wonder why they're traveling to Indiana to do a New York State
Indiana always has wanted to be part of the New York.
Did we annex that?
Yeah,
First state?
they should be regional, right? National.
Should be national.
National convention?
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
we'll
representing
make
New York
that
State
adjustment.
National Convention.
So I'll say, I'll need a motion for that as amended.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the 25-26 BOCES A7 services reports.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the 2025 end-of-year financial resolution.
Second.
Questions or comments? I'm assuming we accounted for this in the report from the auditors and making those adjustments that we talked about. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the following policy for first reading. It's policy 7316, use of internet-enabled devices during the school day.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Is this the policy that we're gonna be starting to build what is gonna be reacting to the law?
You'll need to approve it this summer,
Okay.
ahead of the school year.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the policy will be adopted prior to the school year. We have an August 1st deadline. So I'm asking the board to approve the first reading tonight, approve the second reading. We had a policy committee meeting today at 5:45. We went through it. I'm going to be recommending some changes to the recommended law, taking out some generic information, more homework-specific information. We'll get that to you ASAP so you can have that for the meeting after the reorg meeting on July 1 for a second reading. Simultaneously, we'll be building protocols and procedures in our district to make sure we're adhering to the required law. Just of note, though, I worked with Josh Fitt. Thank you for your help with the surveys. We sent surveys out to students, parents, and staff. We had 418 student responses, 139 parent responses, 78 staff responses, for 635 total responses on the questions we asked around, the law, implementation, enforcement, where we're going to store these things, those type of things. So the feedback was outstanding. We're going to take the feedback from the surveys to help build our in-building protocols and procedures, which may change over time. We may find that for our first jump into this, may not work, right? So back to the drawing board.
Additional questions or comments?
Just one comment from the being on the policy committee, I think too, there's some questions about what some of the verbiage, means within the law, which is obviously not up for us to dispute or what have you, but, we're gonna try to be as transparent so that everybody knows, what the bell to bell means and So it's just something that is important to us as well.
Further questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? I need a motion to approve personnel as recommended by Superintendent Turk.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, then we'll move to informational items.
Yes, we put in the packet an updated punch list from LaChase. It was brought to my attention earlier today that there were some things related to the nurse's office and some other areas that weren't addressed in that. So what I've done is sent those additional questions to Lee Step, and he will get those to us. I'll share those with you so you have them. And you know, as we mentioned along, this phase 1 and 2, phase 2 coming to an end, there's still some items on that we need to address. And then as we move into next school year, we'll start talking about the third phase and what the recommendations are for additional work to be done as part of the 2021 project.
So just to be clear, we've signed off on phase 1 and we're in phase 2 waiting for a sign off. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
It is the hope that all phase 1 and phase 2 should be completed before the start of phase 3. Is that what they're?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I mean,
Okay.
quite honestly, we really would like to think we could get it done. Most of the bulk of the stuff is done by June 30th.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be, I'll say picayune things,
Yeah, sure.
it's not, but some of the more cosmetic things that'll be continuing into the summer.
Oh.
But we just don't wanna lose sight of it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Any questions? We've come to our time of the program for community voices, and I see someone has signed up for a community voice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
As a parent, as a community member, and as a principal, we don't have opportunities to actually speak to you all, so I just wanted to take the minute to thank you. On behalf of us, Chris, I want to thank you. I think our colleagues would agree that we appreciate you beyond words can explain. I would tell you to stop heckling officials, because you did it to me, but you're. So thank you for your work that you've done as a student liaison for us as a community. The second part is Aaron and Eddie. Thank you for your commitment to our board, but not just our board, because you also have been involved in our sports programs and our booster clubs. So your commitment is beyond the reach of just sitting here and working with us, so we appreciate that. And I had time to write some things, because you guys were in an executive session. So I afforded myself the opportunity to do that. So to Tom and Mike, thank you both for your unwavering commitment to not only our students, but to our staff and the work that you have both done. In a short time that I've been the principal, you left a lasting legacy on the elementary school. You have supplied fully funding 5 classrooms with the staff to ensure their social, emotional, and academic success. From OT to PT to speech to a school psychologist to an assistant principal and a community liaison. Additionally, don't forget, you brought us a new playground, but you brought us headaches. You brought us a new parking lot. You brought us the idea that at times covering in my absence. And Tom, it should be noted, in the time that you covered for my absence, you said you've corrected every behavior that came to the office. But when I got back the next day, I had to rectify those. So thank you. Your leadership, both of you, is unwavering, and we appreciate that support. I do want you all to know that. Being a leader, as we all know for the leaders that sit in this room, is a difficult thing to do, and everybody has a better decision than we all have. So great job to you guys, and thank you for your commitment and your loyalty to the district. Both of you, for your consistency, for your joy, for your cheer, for your support, for your kindness, and for being fair. And as both of you have told us, and you have told our retirees, get on the sub list.
Thank you.
See that we do not have any board or district committee reports.
Correct.
So then we will move on to upcoming events.
Oh,
Unless I missed something.
board member activities?
Oh, yeah, we'll do that too.
Okay.
Turn my page too fast.
I have a question for for Saturday, what time?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Oh, you're gonna do
yeah,
that, okay,
yeah,
okay, all right, we're good,
Yeah,
disregard.
be happy to.
I wanna make sure I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
right, if
okay.
you want to show up late or whatever, yeah. I'm gonna share it now if you want. Graduation is this Saturday, starts at 10, rain or shine, hopefully shine.
Please.
So we could be out on Butts Field. We'll do our best to get it outside. The good news is we had it inside last year and I think it went off spectacularly. So we'll do it rain or shine. We'll meet at 9:30, the board, down in the coach's office below the gymnasium down by the fitness room. We'll put our robes on and those kinds of things. And then we'll get into the procession wherever it starts from, depending on whether we're inside or outside. Okay? Yeah.
This has been a wonderful season of celebrating our students, so hopefully folks have had a chance to go out and see the various clubs and organizations doing year-end celebrations and watching our students receive the accolades they deserve for the hard work they've done. Personally, I've been able to be at several of them because I have a child who doesn't know how to say no and is involved in everything. So.
Kind of like your dad, right? Yeah.
Well, she might have learned it both from both parents. Both called.
Yeah.
So now we'll move to informational items.
Yes, I mentioned graduation. That's the one that folks are all excited about. Our last day with students is Thursday. That's a shortened instructional day. The junior high will release about 11 a.m. Elementary and intermediate school following an hour later. Our last day for staff is Friday. So they're here right up till the end. So, and then your reorganizational meeting will be July 1st. Get that out of the way early on, get ready for what's next.
All right, and so with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.